from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his right. Up. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Bruce Carter with a pick. And his guys will talk about some young rookies. I know you've told me Darius Leonard of the Colts has really impressed you.
He certainly has. He's impressed the entire league. I mean, at times he approaches 20 tackles a game. Sideline to sideline, end zone to end zone, out of South Carolina State. So you don't think about it, but you should. Derwin James with the Chargers, been as good as advertised at the safety position. Jair Alexander, the corner from Green Bay, missed a couple of games early in the season, but he got the attention of the New England Patriots brass before they played. They were really impressed with it. But Bradley Chubb is doing exactly what
Jones, 56 yards. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Bryant tacks on the extra point. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he spins through. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a field goal try here on 4th down as the Falcons called on Matt Bryant. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And now here comes Kansas City. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying,
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ted McKinley able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mahomes going to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Now here's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Bruce Carter with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Yards gives him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. What a spin. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and this one will be brought back to the 22.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Tuesday.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He's got daylight. A big play there just before halftime. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes being chased out left. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes escaping the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Buying time to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And this one is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Tyreek Hill set to return it. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, you know, we've got a pretty big sample size now from the NFL season, Charles. I want to ask you, going back to the draft, who was the biggest steal in 2018?
Well, the biggest steal is Philip Lindsay.
Oh, guy that wasn't even drafted?
Wasn't even drafted, but how about what the Denver personnel department did?
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Vic Beasley getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. Think it's intercepted.
21. Wait. Ready. Black 25. Number 53. Go. I'm coming.
On 1st down, Ryan looking deep for Julio. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hey, you got three. Three down.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And now here is another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. Breaks the tackle now with Allen. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Bryant for the extra point. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the